Part 1. The First Crime and the Mystery of the Cemetery. In the early 1980s, during the summer season, the judicial police received a report stating that the body of a young minor girl, about 8 years old, had been dumped behind the wall of an old, abandoned cemetery. This cemetery was located right next to a very large shantytown, Douar, that housed thousands of residents. The squad moved to the scene and found the body heavily covered in dirt and dust, even inside her mouth, and signs of decomposition had begun to appear. By examining the soil of the cemetery, it became clear that it was completely different from the dirt covering the girl's body. The medical examiner confirmed that the girl had been strangled to death about 4 to 5 days prior, and that she had been buried in another location, a hole outside this cemetery. The perpetrator had then dug her up at night and transported her to dump her in the cemetery, likely driven by remorse or fear. The report also confirmed that the girl had not been subjected to any form of sexual assault or violation. Given the absence of a sexual motive, police suspicions turned toward a hypothesis of female revenge. The victim's mother, who worked as a traditional bathhouse attendant, Tiaba, stated that she suspected a former female co-worker. This woman had been fired from the bathhouse because of her poor behavior and smoking in front of customers after the mother complained to the owner. After bringing in the suspect and questioning her, as well as her new employer at a large pastry shop, Patisserie, it turned out that the woman had a solid and absolute alibi. She worked daily from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. in a distant location, and the pastry shop provided lunch for all the workers inside, to prevent them from leaving and to save time. Part 2. The Second Crime and the Appearance of the Motorcycle. After 2 months of fruitless searching for the girl's killer, the same shantytown was shaken by a tragic second crime, in an alley very close to the first victim's house. Early in the morning, livestock herders discovered the body of a young boy, about 7 years old, murdered and placed inside a large concrete basin meant for watering livestock under a public water fountain, Sakaya, with the water tap left running over him. It turned out that the boy had been strangled to death in the exact same manner as the first girl, without any sexual motive. While questioning the neighborhood children and neighbors, a young girl stated that she had witnessed a tall man grabbing the young boy and leading him away. Another witness, a man from the neighborhood, confirmed that he saw a tall man riding his motorcycle, placing the boy in front of him and speeding off. The police suspected a local man, who was the subject of many neighborhood rumors, had been divorced multiple times and owned a motorcycle, but the investigations yielded no conclusive evidence linking him to the crime. Then, a woman approached us secretly and pointed out another resident in the neighborhood who owned a motorcycle and acted strangely, almost like a local madman whom nobody talked to. However, due to the intense pressure of work, overlapping leads, and the massive number of suspects, we did not deepen the investigation with this specific person at that exact moment, and our focus was scattered amidst the overwhelming chaos. Part 3. The Third Crime and the Thread to the Serial Killer. Less than 20 days after the fountain crime, the body of a third child was discovered, sparking absolute panic in the city. The case turned into a major public issue, leading to the intervention of the General Directorate for National Security, DGSN, and a severe reprimand of the local police force for failing to solve the mystery. Another young boy, murdered and strangled using the exact same method, was found dumped in the middle of a massive open garbage dump where the shantytown residents threw their waste. A herder who let his cows graze on the refuse noticed a stranger placing a large, folded cardboard box in the middle of the dump and then leaving. Afterward, a local scavenger, Buara, who collected scraps and cardboard with a cart, approached. When he lifted the cardboard, he was shocked to find the child's body inside. He began screaming and running frantically in fear, and he was the one who alerted the people. The judicial police realized they were facing a rare and terrifying phenomenon, a serial killer targeting young children within the same geographical perimeter, strangling them in cold blood without a sexual motive, and disposing of their bodies at vital points inside the shantytown. We retraced the path the scavenger usually took with his cart and began asking questions along his route until we reached a local charcoal seller. The seller confirmed our suspicions, saying, "Yes, this person passes by my shop regularly to collect cardboard, He is a tall man and always wears a distinctive northern Moroccan-style jalaba that is cropped short at the sleeves and bottom. It was here that we found our first real thread leading to the precise physical description of this serial killer.